Assalamu alaikum, my brothers and sisters. Some of us are very kind-hearted, mashallah. So polite, so gentle, so loving, so caring. May Allah make us that way. That's a very, very good person. And do you know what? At times people take advantage of that. So they ask us to do things, and they ask us to go to places, or to consume things, or to dress in a certain way, or to do something to please them. And we know it doesn't meet our values and morals, or we're not comfortable with it, or we don't agree with it. But because of your good nature, what happens? You cannot say no. So you end up doing it and you regret later. The pain of saying no is far less than the pain of the regret that's going to come later on. Remember this. So learn to say no. Even if you're kind-hearted, learn to say no, to excuse yourself. Make any excuse that's valid and just say no. If people are inviting you to trouble, say no. If they're inviting you to consume something you know you're not supposed to be consuming, say no. The discomfort of saying no is far smaller than the discomfort later on. Similarly, if a person is trying to ask you to say something, do something, or whatever else it may be that you know is wrong, say no. You must know how to set these boundaries, because true friends will always appreciate the no, and they will understand your level. And in future, what they will do, they will count you out of what they know you wouldn't do automatically, because they are your true friends. But those who are users and abusers, do you know what they do? They will make sure that because of your kind heart and because of your soft nature, they continue to trample over you and upon you, such that they make you cry when you're all alone, or they make you despair or be so depressed and stressed when you're all alone later on, because they forced you to do something you didn't want to do, knowing that you wouldn't say no because you're a kind-hearted person. Have you been trapped in this way? If the answer is yes, it's time to go back, seek the forgiveness of Allah. Be a little bit stronger than you are. Say no. And say it politely, but be very firm. Subhanallah. No need to be impolite. Just say, look, I'm so sorry. As much as I'm kind-hearted, and you can admit it if you are. Many people are quite kind-hearted, mashallah. As much as I'm quite kind-hearted, as much as I'm caring and loving, but this, unfortunately, goes beyond my liking or my comfort level, my comfort zone, whatever you want to call it. In fact, not even a comfort zone. You can just say, I wouldn't like to do this. I'm not comfortable with it. That's what it is. And tell them, if you really care for me, please don't push me to do this. I wouldn't like to. There goes. May Allah bless every one of us. This is just a small piece of advice to those who are kind-hearted. And it's also a piece of advice to the others who have been abusing others just because they're kind-hearted. Stop it. Don't do that to people. If they're not comfortable with something, leave them. Leave them. Especially if that thing is negative and that thing is not good, or it's not of a very high level. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect every one of us and help us to address this matter. May Allah help us to say no when we have to say no. And when people have said no to us, may Allah help us digest it with a smile. أقول قولي هذا والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.